Hi, I'm Dr. Joanne Tully, creator of LearnToHealYourselfOnline.com. Welcome to my latest vlog. Is heart disease really hereditary, or is underlying anger and self-hatred the real culprit? As a kid, I knew my paternal grandparents had heart problems, and I always wondered if my dad would end up with heart disease, and then me. And then my dad did end up with heart disease. He started having problems with his heart a few years ago, and nothing he has tried so far, not even medications or a stent, has helped for any length of time. But you know what? Knowing what I know now about the power of your thoughts, here's the stuff I find fascinating. My paternal grandma was really mean, especially to those closest to her. When I was young, I hated her. She had this knack of saying something to you in private that made your head spin, and within an hour you were crying your eyes out because it finally sank in just how worthless a human being you were. Now, as an adult, I realized that she must have hated herself, and this self-hatred was so unbearable that she projected it out onto other people without realizing it. And my dad has always been really angry. I grew up in a household where his rages were the norm. We walked on eggshells to avoid him. We were relieved when he was angry with someone else. Whew! When without realizing it, I grew up thinking I was supposed to be angry at my mom. And I also grew up being afraid of making other people angry. So I became a people pleaser. And I also learned anger really well. I learned to blame others for things about myself and my life that I didn't like. And I learned to hate myself. I mean, really hate myself. I was told so many times as a young teen that I was fat, stupid, and ugly by my dad and both paternal grandparents, that I felt completely worthless. And that set off about 15 years of bulimia. I'm sharing these icky details with you so that you understand that underlying emotional stress that we all have, we all experience these things. And I love my dad, and I don't want you to think badly about him. My dad is great. He just learned about fear and anger from his parents. And then, like we all do, he taught me without realizing it. I didn't have to learn it, but I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know at the time that there was any other way to think about things other than just, I'm supposed to be angry. What I want for you to see underneath the mechanical disease, like in any mechanical disease, heart disease, Lyme disease, whatever, I want you to see underneath what's going on in the mindset that cause certain organs or organ systems to begin deteriorating. Within Chinese medicine, it is taught that anger and self-hatred will negatively affect the heart or the liver or both. Looking at it through this lens, I would say that it's possible my paternal grandparents and my father wore down their hearts through their own anger and self-hatred. For me, my anger and self-hatred negatively affected my liver and gallbladder. When my father began having chest pains a few years ago, he was really mad at my mom, and I mean really angry and resentful too. I'm intuitive enough that it was obvious to me what was going on. When I asked him about letting go of his anger, his response was, I can't let go of my anger. I might feel empty inside. I don't know who I would be. And this is a pretty common response. And so he continues to struggle, which is his choice. And I must respect his choice and just love him for who I know he is beneath all the anger and self-hatred. I know it's not who he really is, but he doesn't feel safe enough yet to allow his true self the opportunity to shine. So again, I'm only sharing this very personal story to help you see how our thoughts can affect our bodies. Can you start to think about your physical symptoms as messages that your thoughts are off, that something within your thoughts needs to be healed? Most of my clients that I work with come to me for help after they have tried everything else, other products, medications, and treatments. These might have helped them for a time, but then they find themselves either plateaued or right back where they started. If this sounds like you, then your body is trying to get your attention. It's trying to send you a message to look at your thoughts differently. And it's easier than you currently believe to do this work. You just need a little bit of focused guidance. I've done this work myself, and I can honestly say that my life has changed for the better, and I never want to go back to the way I used to be. I've cleared out a lot of my own fear, guilt, anger, resentment, and self-hatred. My health has never been better. I can finally sleep peacefully. Food no longer controls me. My relationships are harmonious, and I'm happy. And if this resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, sign up for my email newsletter, and check out my website to see if I can be your guide and help you sail from Suck Island to Happy and Healthy Island. Many blessings, and I'll see you in the next video.